Why, hello there. Yes, I have returned for you, my one true. All right, y'all. So, let's just ignore that happened right there. We are back. Not 100% sure why, but look, I got some real exciting news that, it brightened up my day. And that is we finally got some friends, right? We got 2 people that have subscribed to the channel. I'm not gonna lie. One, I know who it was. You know who you are, and I love you. But there's another person who chose to hit the subscribe button. So thank you, because I'm not sure if anyone saw this, but this was me a few days ago.
Guess who's back? Back again. Drayson's back. Has no friends.
So yeah, I mean, look, the last video I did, not sure, what happened, but that's the first video I actually got some views on, and it wasn't just me watching it. So I won't bore and go into another soliloquy and make a long video. Somehow I think me shutting up and just watching and reacting to the video, somehow that was better than me doing a bunch of talking. So we'll jump right into this one, which is by the way, never this is my first time actually watching a video of Monica Church. I mean, I've seen her recommended, from time to time, but I've never really watched. And she has this video, which super interesting. It immediately caught my attention. Amazing thumbnail. And she's going to try to buy the cheapest home in California. And if, for those that know, California, what people come to mind when they think of California is just, being by the beach, Hollywood, stuff like that. San Francisco, Silicon Valley, those places are extremely saturated with expensive properties. Even, some of the properties that don't look so great are expensive. And it's because of the location, right? But the thumbnail is that she found a property that was about $20,000 in California, and I'm gonna lock in and say I bet. Let me get where your guesses are. I could actually say that, feeling a little better that people might actually watch this. It's so exciting. But what's your guess? I'm gonna lock in and I'm gonna say it's a shack in the middle of Death Valley. Like, it's in the middle of nothing. Like, it's going to take 2 hours just to get to civilization. That is what I believe the property is going to be. It's going to be a 1-bedroom shack with an outhouse, and it's just going to be nothing but dirt. So let's see what this is. We're going to jump into it right now. And Monica Church, I doubt that you'll see this, but you just looking at some of the other videos, I'm sure I'll be back to check them out. I mean, you like what you got going on is true rock star status. Please don't strike this. Just know I appreciate you even if you do. But yeah, let's jump into the video right here.
California has always been one of the most expensive places to live in the U.S., and Palm Springs specifically is home to some really pricey real estate.
Palm Springs?
Did you know just 5 minutes away, there is a small community with some of the cheapest homes for sale in all of California? This is Windy Point. It caught my eye the other day when a home was listed for $22,000. Okay, that ended up being a typo. They forgot a zero, but even at that, it's one of the cheapest houses for sale west of the Colorado River. I go to Palm Springs a lot, and
Got
I
you
had
baited.
never heard of this area, but you can buy parcels of land for $60,000 with huge mountain views and be just 5 minutes away from world-class golf.
You can
dining,
buy a
and
decent
an
parcel of
international
land
airport. This gives Joshua Tree
pretty
a
much
run for
anywhere
his money, so I had to
in
go check it out.
California, especially Malibu. Wow, this is loud.
If
I
you're
had
new
to turn
here,
this
hi,
down.
I'm Monica, the traveling realtor.
Hi,
When I'm not
Monica.
selling homes in Seattle, I'm exploring real estate all over the world to report it back
Amazing.
to you,
Wow, the
from
quality of her
$50,000
videos
houses in
are,
West Virginia to painted pools
wow.
with David Bowie. Today's video is a good one because
Wow.
it's in my favorite city of all time, Palm Springs, and this time I'm actually interested in buying this house myself. I can't believe I ended up buying a house
But yeah,
in this video. What the heck? Let's go see if
in
California's
Malibu,
cheapest
for
house
example,
is worth
you
it.
can get a plot of land, you know, for as little as 150,000.
We're turning into the neighborhood
And
now.
the problem
Yes,
is that it's
go
going to be on the
straight
hill,
here.
and you're going to have to grade it,
neighborhood
and it's going to
actually
cost a
surprised
whole
me. It's
lot of
obviously
money
no
to build
Beverly
on it.
Hills.
But the point
You
is
have
that
your
there's a
fair
lot
share
of
of homes that
places
are
you
a bit
can
run
get
down.
land
There was a fair
for
share of
cheap,
ones
but
that
it's
were
cheap
kinda fixed
for a
up. We
reason,
even had some
even
new
in a
construction
very
homes, a
highly
pre-construction,
desirable area.
Beautiful looking modern home, and several empty lots just waiting for new developments with seriously beautiful views. But most intriguing to me, all of the mid-century modern homes sprinkled about. And in this community,
I can't
some
lie,
are in
the
good shape,
quality of this
some were in
video
not
is
so good
like-
shape. Ours in question, in not so good shape. However, across the street, there was
Wow.
actually one in really nice shape.
That
I was able to
is.
find photos of it online to give you guys an idea. Of
She
the
gangster
potential
for
this
having
home
the
has.
cameraman
So
go
its
and look over.
dilapidatedness does not scare me.
Wow. Yes, I had to stop myself. I was going to scratch near my nose. I wasn't going to dig in my nose, but I did stop myself,
I just
if you
love
caught that.
this wall. It is so pretty.
Oh, she's the one with the
Let's go.
I'm even more impressed.
It's just wild. The mountain's so pretty. We're in.
My goodness, we made it, guys.
This is Eric. He's my realtor in Palm Springs. I absolutely love him. He has an amazing eye for design, and he recently bought a fixture like this in Palm Springs as well. It actually half burned down, and we're going to check it out later in this episode.
I think
Shameless
the
plug
fifth
for him
person
because
I've
I love
seen
him.
with
If
that
you need any
DJI
help buying or
mic.
selling in Palm Springs,
DJI,
shoot me an email. I would gladly connect you with him. He's amazing.
I need to work on my alphabets.
This is the new palace to church.
Let's take a quick tour. This is a 900 square
But
foot
yeah,
home and opens
I
up
think
with
I
the
might
kitchen
have
on
to
the
get one
left
of those
and the living
mics
space
instead of, you
immediately
know,
here.
I don't know why I
love
touched the
ceiling.
mic,
The beams
but
are beautiful.
instead
and it's
of
got
using
this
this-
great brick fireplace. The floor plan's really nice of it, actually.
Because when I'm
I love the
out
fireplace.
trying to connect this, even though I feel like this is probably more
Along here is where you
consistent,
would put
the lav
kitchen,
mic,
and then going down the hallway,
having
you've got a
something
couple
that's
closets
wireless,
for storage
it
and
just feels more
utilities like
convenient.
HVAC,
And if the quality
washer, dryer,
isn't that
all
much
that
different,
sort of
because
stuff.
clearly she
Now,
sounds
headed into
clear.
the bedrooms, they're actually a pretty good size. You
But
can
then
definitely
again,
fit a queen bed
this
in
is
here.
more than likely a
And in the
voiceover.
second bedroom, I love the clear story windows you have, and I think the brick is a really
But when they're
nice feature
outside,
as
it
well.
didn't sound bad.
And
I mean,
to wrap it all up,
you know,
have
the
one
wind is gonna be,
bathroom,
you know,
which I don't
a
know
factor.
Why they decided, hey, let's keep.
But
the
they
disgusting
probably
toilet,
make
but let's retile the shower.
What is that? A wind?
Overall, the house might scare off a lot
don't
of
know
people,
why it's a-
but I see a lot of charm and
For the mic,
character
okay?
in this
The wind
home.
wind cover.
It's such a little gem, and it's got this
They probably
amazing
make that
view.
for
But I
that
had to
mic.
ask Eric, what does he think of it?
So
Yeah.
surprisingly, walking in, it was a bit
See?
more of a
Mic sounds
wow
clear.
for me than
I'm over here
I thought it
talking
was
about
gonna be.
recording equipment and stuff
Small,
like that. When I'm
It's
supposed to be
got a great
just focused
layout.
on
I think there's quite a bit of work to
the
be
house.
done, but
Yes,
I
there's
don't
quite a
think
bit of
it's
work to be
as
done.
Big of a task that we thought it could be.
I really like the home and I really like the price. But
The real question
I still don't
I
know
have-
about the area. It's called Windy Point, and let me tell you, it was very, very windy.
Yeah, I
this
can hear
day.
it.
The next
The
day,
real-
we actually
real
went
question
back to the
I
house,
have
and
is,
it was a little
yes,
less windy, but
it's
I'm just scared that
200.
it's windy
I think.
here all
What
the
did she
time.
show? It was
This is not bad.
290,000.
Yeah, well, you've got these trees that are really hard.
Or 20, I forget. I forgot already. And it shows you how much attention I'm paying. I'm doing.
It is tempting. Like it's
my own
honestly
thing.
still crazy to wrap my mind around how it's only about 7 minutes.
I think
from
it's-
Palm
it was
Springs for
$229,000.
$200,000. Eric recently sold a vacant lot in Palm Springs for $500,000. There is value in redeemable qualities to
My
this property.
question
And
is,
get
what
this,
is
it
the
already has 10
value
offers
of
on it.
this
10
house
offers after being on the
after the
market for
fact?
2 days.
This has 10 offers on it. Oh,
After 2 very windy
means
days
it has some
in all of the
desirability.
desert, we finally have a pretty calm
I mean, 5 minutes
day.
from
So
Palm
I'm gonna head
Springs.
over to Windy Point one last time, and this
Like,
is gonna
hello?
be the ultimate test. Is it always windy in Windy Point, even when it's not windy everywhere else? Or is it just windier in Windy Point when it's windy everywhere? If it's super windy, even on this calm day, I have no
Yes,
hope
I am
for
wondering
that
what mic
house
she
or
is
that
using
community. But if it's pretty calm, then I'm intrigued.
Look, they got the wind turbines going. You know where that electricity is coming from.
All right, I just got here to Windy Point, and it is in fact not a windy day at all. It's
I mean,
actually
you can
really
still
nice.
hear the wind.
I'm not just fixating on wind.
I
because
wonder
I
if
hate wind. There's actually
she
a good
has,
reason for this. The desert is a windy place. and
a
there's
shotgun
no
mic on
avoiding
the
that
camera.
to an extent, but some areas are windier than
Yeah, I
others.
know, I'm still
and
talking
the
about
less windy
recording
areas
equipment. I mean,
have
I'm really
higher
excited,
home
you know,
values.
to
This
shoot
1,800
more
square foot
videos.
ranch-style home is
Outside.
listed
I know
for
I haven't even showed you guys, like,
$899,000
any
in the
outside
north side of town,
content,
which
but
tends to be much
that's
windier,
ultimately
whereas this 1,800
really
square
what
foot
I wanna do.
ranch-style home is listed
Whether
$250,000
people watch it or
higher
not.
in the less windy south side of town. With this location, it begs the question, is this the next up-and-coming spot to invest?
Probably
or is
not.
it constantly so windy that there's a reason it's still not really developed? Having gone today and seeing that it is less windy at times gave me a little bit of hope, but now we gotta crunch the numbers and see if the price of this house really makes sense.
It's probably
because
not
there
a
is lot of
bad
work to do. Is this home
income
worth
property,
investing into at
to
all?
be
If
honest
we look
with
at the
you.
comps in this area, it's a small community, so there's not a lot to pull from. But I did find a really good comp. It's also a 900 square foot home without a pool. It sold in June for $455,000.
Well, there
Taking
we
that
go.
into consideration and some other comps, I'm gonna say if this house is fixed up, it could probably sell for $450, $475, maybe in the 500s if we're lucky. But how much would it cost to
I'm
fix this
super
home up?
conservative.
There's a lot that needs to
As
be
long
done.
as
And I'm no stranger to
425 is the
renovations.
number,
I have a house
right?
in Palm Springs that me and my
That would
sister
be
did
like,
renovate.
what
And
could
renovations
I
always
do
cost
to
more
it
than you think they will.
and still
They
make a
always take
decent
more time than you
profit
think they will. So
if
this
I
is
had,
like a
if my
really
worst case
rough
scenario was
estimate of some of the
425?
things I noticed right off the bat from just seeing it once that would need to
But
be
she
done.
is right,
Number
though.
one, it 100% will need a new foam roof. That will be roughly $10,000. Every home in this community had a fenced in perimeter. A fence at the very cheapest might be $8,000. And then depending on if you want to go with one of those nicer, fancier brick walls, Eric told me that could be closer to $30,000 to $40,000. Some tree removal, I'm gonna factor in $2K per big tree. I'm only seeing like 3 trees that really need to kind of be removed. That'd be $6K. New electrical throughout, $30K. Opening up the walls, redoing the drywall, around $10K. It needs some sort of flooring, $15K. I know for a fact that sewer line's in very poor condition, I'm sure. I'd say $20K for that. Maybe repainting, refurbishing the exterior in and of itself might be another $5K. We've got this total so far, and that's not even hitting on any sort of aesthetics, right? A new kitchen could be another $20K. If you want to add a pool, pools cost around $80,000 right now. I think it could be done around $150,000. It could look really, really nice at $200,000. So you'd be taking the $229,000 home, putting in $200,000, being all in at $429,000, and I think at that point it could be worth around $500,000. So there is kind of a deal to be had here, which is super intriguing, but they mysteriously pulled the home off the market today. I don't know the story as to why
If it
the
has
home
10
got taken
offers,
off the market, but even if
I
it
don't-
would have stayed
I don't think
on,
there's an- I don't think there's
chose
enough
not to
spread
offer on this
for it to
home.
be a
And the
good
reason for
flip
this
or
was
anything.
because I felt this home, with all the work it needed done, having already 10 offers on it, you'd be overpaying for this house.
Yes.
I learned my lesson the hard way when I bought my Airstream
See,
trailer.
she's-
If you don't know that
I'm
story,
not gonna
I
lie.
paid $12,000 for an Airstream trailer just to
I'm
find out
blown away by
everything
how
in it
impressive
was messed up.
this
Everything
video
would need to be
is.
redone. So I
Like,
essentially paid $12,000 for an aluminum shell, and
This
it
is
was probably the
crazy.
worst purchase I've ever made in my entire life. And I learned from that. And in this scenario,
This is
I am
crazy.
afraid that really
Like,
what you're buying is
she not-
you're
she
buying
didn't
the
just
land
show
and you are
the
buying
house.
a mid-century modern
She's
home
using
shell
her knowledge to show.
And if this gets bid up and up
right?
and up, I am just afraid people are not going to realize this house needs
She's
everything
truly
fixed.
using her knowledge to on, you know, and it's showcased that
really fell in love with
you could actually learn from what she's talking about. Outside of the fact that the video is super entertaining
I would suggest
in a high quality
Windy
video,
Point because it might be the next up and coming thing. While it was fun dreaming up what this cheap old house could be, our story
it's not worth it.
Not over yet.
And see, I did look before she got to. That's why I made the call. It's not worth it.
And having gone through a project myself, I decided, you know what? I don't want to do another project. So while I was out
it would
there,
have to be a vacation home, and then you would have to kind of figure out how often people
me and my
would
boyfriend Jason
go
offered on it. I'm like nervous.
outside of Palm Springs
me and Jason offered on a house
to stay somewhere cheaper than
but there is
going to Palm Springs. That would be your baseline.
Our offer was accepted yesterday. I know, this all happened so quick. So I went to California with the intention of potentially buying the cheapest home available and left with one quadruple the price. I don't want to share too much info yet because we're still in contract. We need to get through the inspection, the appraisal, all the things.
This video was 3 months old, so I want to I just
everything about this home.
I want to see that.
I bought it, but I am super excited. I can't believe I ended up buying a house in this video. What the heck? I'll give you guys a little sneak peek.
It's pretty
Here's
sweet.
a little sneak peek. I can't believe it. I'm so excited.
Wow.
This is like a dream come true. So you're gonna want to subscribe to my channel to tune in to my next episode on this new house that I bought. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you didn't get enough cheap old home content, I do have a video where I went to an $18,000 house in Wheeling, West Virginia. Yes, it actually was $18,000.
Okay.
Have the link below.
That was
Definitely
the thing that I mentioned that kind of popped up in the screen.
And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, Monica. I can't lie. That video, amazing. I mean, she set the bar, you know, like she set the bar. If I'm gonna do this, you know, I gotta do it right. You know, I know I'll get to the real estate, but let me just talk about the whole videography type of situation. She is doing the camera work herself, which means she has, you know, working knowledge of how to set the camera settings. Obviously, she's not using any auto adjustments. She, you know, and like those things actually take a lot of effort and time to get right before you just for you to start, you know, rolling, right? And she's doing this herself, and you know, in my tiny brain, I'm over here like, man, I need to get to a certain point where I could just hire a cameraman, and you know, and it's like, man, I need this super duper, you know, amazing camera, and I gotta buy a super duper expensive mic, and you know, which I've just been using this. This is like I think like a $18. This might be $8. I honestly don't even remember how much I spent for this mic. It was so inexpensive. And, you know, I just would use this connected to, you know, I have like another phone right here, like a, you know, older phone, but I would use it to just record the sound. And, you know, it's a little extra work, but it you know, it was working for me to just have the sound recording on me in case the audio from the camera itself was, you know, porous. But yeah, thank you, Monica, for, you know, making a great video. Also giving me the inspiration and, you know, kind of idea that, hey, you know what? I can just go out myself and record good videos. I mean, I may not be as good as like capturing scenes and, you know, all these other little nuances that I'm sure with time I'll get better at. But, you know, at least I know that I can just go out and record, you know, high level quality videos without necessarily trying to hire a cameraman. So thank you for that. Now, as far as the house, you made an amazing decision. I commend you for not going any further with the house, even though they took it off the market. I'm sure they took it off to kind of either figure out, maybe the property was in a trust and, you know, they couldn't get a hold of everything they needed to go through with one of those 10 offers. You know, that happens all the time. So it could have been one of those situations. I mean, the property definitely looks like no one has been living in it for, you know, quite a few years. But very smart, you know, very knowledgeable. I approve in terms of the mentality, you know, real estate wise, and understanding that there simply was not enough meat on the bone to even go through with that. So I mean, look, I'm speechless. Like, I thought there was just going to be a video about the cheap house, you know, the typo was the throw off, unfortunately, but it still was a pretty good video. So, that's it. I had to finish editing another video that I have coming soon. It'll be about wholesaling, and, you know, we're gonna just start a series that nobody asked for, which is ironically answering questions nobody asked. So we're gonna answer some questions about wholesaling. I have a short version and I have a full detailed version. Not sure which one I'm going to drop first, but don't worry, I won't drop them on top of each other. There'll probably be a week or 2 weeks between the times that they're released. That way it's not like I'm trying to just spam some stuff, but hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. Have a good work week, and let's party this weekend. See you guys on the next one.